Hey guys, I don't think most people understand that there's a revolution happening in the cold email world. If you are smart with it, the thesis was that everyone uses email. People are tired of phone calls, so being interrupted randomly. Like who does that? I still check my emails as a CEO. I don't even use my phone anymore. It's that bad. And any high performance or person that self respects themselves will do the same. Why take a phone call from a stranger? It's just noise. And if you value your time, just like all this outreach I get on my LinkedIn, as soon as it looks like a promotional message, I won't take it. Same for emails, by the way. The point is, and LinkedIn is still good, but the point is that email is highly, highly, highly scalable, and I'll explain you why in this video. So this here is my calendar. That's how much meetings I book. Some meetings in there for the podcast, and it just goes on and on. It's just the same every single week. It's the same. It's the equivalent of 75-ish meetings a week. I can take it to 100 because I'm extreme. I'm not saying you should. Live the same way. But that right there is my CEO life. My product is also this thing here. So every day I'm getting better at product and serving you, basically. More on that later. The point is, I use this tool called Apollo. Okay, and here you will see. So I'm currently making mailboxes with Namecheap. I use Apollo. I connect it with SendGrid. It's all complicated stuff that I help you to do. And Apollo recently deployed a feature for 99 bucks a month. You can connect 5 mailbox. I go low on my sending for most. You see that these ones are in warm up. But let's say that I can send like probably 150, 200 emails a day. That is quite a lot, right? So per mailbox in total, that will be a 1K email per day. Let's call it with only one account. Okay, one account, 5 mailbox. I can have multiple of these accounts. Okay, so I can scale it. So 1K email a day. I'm just gonna show you some stats here. That's not my best account. Which one is that one? Because I have multiple accounts as well. Yeah, let me show you some because this one is warming up, so I really want to show you the average stats that I'm getting, which is somewhere around like 75% open rate and like 8% reply. So let me show you that right here. So if you see here, so that's more like it. That these are the stats. 15%. That's somewhat of an outlier, but maybe that campaign was really good. So what we do is we build normal campaigns here with they're very short and sweet, right? So I teach people how to write that way, and we send that at scale, vertical tag. So the result is this. So vertical is replaced by aviation and aerospace, for example. And in that campaign, 70% open rate, 15% delivered, 1.5K delivered. That's like the scale I'm talking about. Um, so, and that's for the podcast. I have a bunch of other campaigns that is for sales. There's also AI campaigns that we started deploying, and they have amazing results. So the revolution is that this year, for incredibly cheap and for an incredibly low amount of time, that is also important. And also, I self-manage these systems, and as we're seeing right now, the trends is that the future company and the actual company, because AI is moving really really fast, is one human, one founder, or two co-founders, or at maximum three, and an army of AIs. So that is the trend. My point is, you can spend probably like myself 2 hours a week, or even one, launching these campaigns and getting a calendar full of leads. Okay, full of leads. These folks, they convert. It's way deeper than leads. Okay, I have campaigns for my podcast. My podcast, I network with people, with very very powerful folks, billionaires, high performers, mega athletes, famous people. This obviously converts into money. It's fun as well, right? I grow my brain, I learn. Okay, so that's the second thesis there. I learn on a daily basis from these folks. So grow my brain in the process, grow my community because I have a mastermind in the back end. It's called level96.com. So I can also teach you these things. Level 96, it's a CEO mastermind. And I also subscribe them to my newsletter, right? So let's see here. There. So newsletter, mastermind, my LinkedIn with 11K followers. You know, that is pretty good right there. What else do we have? I have remarketing. So I set campaigns on AdWords, and people hear about me all the time on YouTube. That is super duper powerful. I can do the same basically on every platform. Just show you some stats on my newsletter. I mean, it's not the best, because I'm scaling it, but it's, yeah, 40% open rate, 20K views in 30 days. Not too bad. On my LinkedIn, I get 100K views. I target CEOs. My CEOs, they make 426K a year. So they make 1,000 times more than one view on TikTok, right? So this right there, you can multiply these numbers by 1,000. So it's like if I'd have 2 million views, sort of. It's the equivalent of the common mortals 2 million. Anyway, so this, the mastermind, the LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter as well. So people see me from a bunch of angles. Let me just show you something. Because once I'm done recording with a mastermind, I post it on my a podcast. I post it on my LinkedIn. I have all these templates as well here, and I was about to show you Canary Mail because that's what I use to plug all my mailboxes. Um, but just talking about the back end here, once we're done with so just let me show you first the podcast template. I mean, this is part of our campaigns, right? And we can teach you all about podcasting, or we can focus on sales. These are two different services we offer. That's what it looks like once they respond yes to an email of mine. Okay, there's all the steps, blah, blah, blah. And then once the podcast is published, just to show you my back end funnel, hope you're following me here because this is like high level stuff. I know that some people won't follow, but it's not necessarily my target audience. I want you to quickly understand all the dollars involved in this. The back end here. Um, so we publish it on YouTube. We tell them to share on LinkedIn. They do the promotion of it. I don't. It's really a quantity and speed approach. By the way, if you're like this OCD perfectionist, we're not made to work with another. That's one. But second, you'll also be left back. The modern business is extremely quick on experimenting and can scale. Like you will be left behind, trust me, if you're like this perfectionist that want to deploy a perfect looking podcast. That's not how it grows, how it scales. Joe Rogan style scales a lot, by the way. More on that later. So to continue on the back end here, yeah, if we hit 1K with the pods, we make YouTube shorts. My YouTube shorts, some of them have reached 10K views in like 2 hours. So, and organically, it's quite amazing. We ask them for referral, so it's pretty viral, right? Like if I interview someone on my pod, by the way, this is like probably 50-60% of what you see on my calendar. Um, they can refer me to their network, and obviously that's exponential. LinkedIn. Then I talk to them about my mastermind community here. I talk, yeah, about Top Leads, which is my cold email agency, which is what I'm gonna tell you about at the end of this video. I tell them about Podpire, which is my second biggest agency. We help people start their pods in the exact way I'm describing right now, not in the, oh, let's do a bunch of edits and make everything perfect. No, it's a waste of total money. Yeah, I'm obsessed with ROI and energy efficiency and scale. Okay, so if it doesn't scale, it doesn't have my attention. Why? Because I'm aiming for billions or trillions and really like huge impact. To me, like making a million is not exciting, or two or 10 or 100. So I'm aiming for the sky here. If that's not you, that's fine. Like I'm not made to work with everyone. Um, I asked them to leave me a recommendation on LinkedIn. That's also powerful. I asked them to, if I do speaking gigs for free, basically. So if they have a nice platform, coaching, and then I tell them that I'm recruiting like top people from some of my business. There's a full funnel, is what I'm saying here. Have a course as well, and yeah, I get like referral fees here. So you see like all the sources of income here. Like I'm anti-fragile, right? Like I can't get disrupted, or I can't go down to pennies on my side. and then I ask for feedback. So anyway, the whole point, guys, and that revolution. Let me just show you what a day in my life looks like. And by the way, I will do it in front of you. I have assistants and I have AIs to respond to these emails. But I last looked at my email a couple of hours ago, like 2 hours. I just count like, and that I mean I'm on a Saturday now. So all right, so signed for preview. There you go. We just discussed, rescheduled it. Okay, sure. And let's see here. So I have a bunch of people that respond to me even on weekends to book a podcast, basically. So, for example, this one just booked an email. This one I sent, because she was interested. That was a referral. The point is, I have a bunch of folks like telling me like, okay, yeah, that's good. Let's book a pod and let's just go and send so I can show you all the folks I emailed to. But let's scroll down. All right, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Let's see here. 5. That's a lead. 6, 7. So basically, on a Sunday in the first hours of the day, I got like 7 leads. It's 100 per week, and I can scale it. What I'm doing nowadays is I'm plugging new mailboxes on the Apollo, so that this system here, right now I have like 20 mailboxes that are being warmed up. Before that, I think I had actually 20. I have like 40, and before that, I had like 10. So meaning that my 75 will 4x. So what will I do with that? And I have an answer to that. What will I do with 400 meetings a week? I'll outsource them to people that will work commission, will partner up, sort of like the best of the best, right? I'm not recruiting any juniors, or at least like non-ambitious ones, which is most juniors nowadays. Yeah, they get like hooked by Goldman Sachs anyways, and they can work for the big company. Me, I'm not scaling too much on humans as well, but for now, I'm hiring like other folks like me to do these interviews, to do these sales calls, and to close for me. So I have this lead gen machine, which is extremely hard to accomplish, is the point. And what I'm offering to you is to create this lead gen machine that will create leads for you on a daily basis, that will create subscribers, a community, so that you can like truly organically grow and exponentially grow, which is the challenge of every business, right? If you've been in business for a while, I've been in 10, I've never had a job, a real job. Well, I mean, I had it as a youngster, but like as soon as I hit like 19, I became an entrepreneur, never looked back. I'm 29 today. Point is, if you've been in business, you know like how hard true scale is, and that is true scale right now. Why do I think it's true scale? Because I have a full tech stack. I teach you all of this, by the way. That's my offer right here. It's coaching. It's me spending time with you, teaching what I know, sending you a course correcting in the process, and also you joining a community of mine so that we can exchange and talk about the problems, talk about solutions. That's my offer today. The point is, email is not about to move. Okay. A lot of people thought that cold email was a fad. The government was gonna shut it down. Like people are gonna get sued, but no, that's not what's happening. If you're not a spammer, scammer, spoofer, like my friend Benny Rubin says, pod friend, well, you will get in the inbox and people don't get angry because you write relevant stuff. I often talk with my students about what offer do they have and what market are they pitching. And what we do, we constantly test out new markets together. So we'll test fintech CEOs on 1 week with they're building their own ChatGPT, for example. We will test medtech founders with Google AdWords remarketing offer. Okay, so and in an offer, there's like sub offers, right? So what if you work 20% fee, like pure success fee? What if um, you actually don't charge them anything for 30 days, and after they're done with 1 month, you charge them 2.5K per month on a contract? There's a bunch of offers like that we can discuss, and each offer might mean something to someone, so we constantly A/B test at multiple steps of the funnel, right? Because there's a bunch of steps to these funnels. The first step is getting a response, right? Getting a reply. The first step is not booking a call. It's having a reply from someone. People are tired of just being asked, hey, let's book a call. You can ask them, can I send more info, for example? After they responded to that, then you can go with, hey, yeah, I think this could be relevant. Here's this and that. Should we book a call? Um, if they answer yes, then only you can suggest them a couple of time slots and send them your link. So that's the approach. That's one step of the funnel. Then once you have them on a call, you can ask them questions, and from there you can pitch them the best offer. Once they said yes, you can have them as your clients. And at some other steps of the process, let's say that you've been with them for 1 or 2 months, you can pitch them with another offer, either an upsell or completely shift to a plan that is more win-win. It always needs to be win-win. So the program, my coaching program, which is 1.5K a month, I'm about to increase it to 2, and to 2.5, then to 3, then to 3.5. This program, we basically hop on 4 calls together the first month, then it's 2 calls a month. It's 15 minutes calls and 24/7 support via email. You're part of a little group also, and you get also my class, my course for free. So let me just pop that email here. And I am a good student of my own method, so I will show you the offer right here. So 1.5K per month, 4K for 3 months. I set up the Apollo account for you because most of my guests thinks it's headaches. Else, I mean, this theoretically is a one-time setup. Me, I have multiple accounts because I always keep like a plan B, C, D, F, G, and for other reasons. But here I set up the account for you so that you can avoid all the headaches. It is headaches, trust me. 95% of clients I had headaches at this step. Most people are not technical. Even if they're technical, they get headaches of setting up SendGrid, of setting up Namecheap, of setting up the signature, the unsubscribe, the quantity, the warm up, the blah, blah, blah. There's like a ton of landmines that you need to avoid. So we do that for you. Then we talk targets. Okay, so like what niche are you targeting and so forth. I speak to 15 CEOs a day. So I know what works, I know what doesn't. Straight up, more than probably 99.9% of folks out there. This, what you're seeing there, I'm probably top 10 in the world for cold email scaling like this, by the way. Humble brag, right? um, we talk about your product, your offer, what you can A/B test. I share copywriting tips. I see people fail all the time at that level. That explains why I'm getting like 20, 25 positive response. I'm saying 75 meetings a week, but that's because I have a limit, right? So all the meetings they're booked in the future, and I could increase the 75. I'm actually gonna do that today so I can scale to 100. I'm going hard, by the way, nowadays. I don't recommend that for everyone, but yeah, I'm quite intense, dude. Share my podcasting course for free. So it looks something like this. Podcast course, I think I call it. Oh, no, it's Podcast Flywheel. Podcast Flywheel. Looks like this. It's a simple Google Docs, but it is hyper, hyper, hyper powerful. Okay, so that is another thing that's included in there. What else is? We meet 4 times a month and twice a month. We get a bunch of leads, awareness, build your community, subscribers. So this is a holistic approach, guys. This is not like a one and off. One and off never works, like simplicity. Oh, we'll do cold email for you. That shit doesn't work because it's like one micro part of the full funnel. The full funnel is complicated. It's ever growing. It's an engineering like machine. Um, yeah, you get a bunch of leads, brand awareness, build your community, subscribers, and we set up back in funnel. So community newsletter, um, masterminds, LinkedIn, remarketing, and so forth. So that's the full program right here, 1.5K a month or 4K for 3 months. Right now we're in September. I plan to increase my prices, let's say to the end of September. Because, yeah, coaching is not that scalable. By the way, the reason why I do it is that I can learn from you and I can become better from my other clients and I can charge higher and higher and higher. I'm going to take that money, going to invest it again more in my agencies, but also in my moonshots. If you don't know me, I'm onto quite ambitious stuff apart from what you see in my calendar. The spots that you don't see in my calendar, what I do at night is like some other stuff, right? I grind, yeah, 16, 17, 18 hours a day. Um, so I have the endurance. Yeah, I work on brain computer interface, artificial general intelligence, and longevity. These are my moonshots. I often talk about that, by the way, on my podcast if you've listened to it. So I'd love for you to take advantage of that and, yeah, try out my coaching program.